I am a traitor.
Correct. There were people that I don't believe that you shouldn't perhaps get our foreign sources killed, allegedly. Okay, Brooklyn Dad Defiant says, good morning and happy Monday to everyone who hasn't taken America's classified documents abroad on travel to hotel rooms in countries considered our foreign adversaries. Traitors do that. Thank you, Brooklyn Dad. Samir, this seemed particularly bad this morning. This seems of all the... Here's what we need is we need historians like in the moment, not to say what happened 100 years ago, but what happened like, a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago that Donald Trump did, just the other crimes that happened, just in case you're...
We all saw that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need historians to tell us that.
Well, I'm just saying, there was also the insurrection, the overthrow of the United States government.
There was that. We saw that.
Right. I just was...
It was on TV.
Didn't want you to...
A lot of people watched
lose
that.
Focus on... Okay.
There have been hearings.
Right. Oh, did I mention the break? I mentioned the breaking news to you. The Sexy Liberal Save Democracy Tour now obviously needs to actually save democracy. It's not like a tongue-in-cheek title.
Their thing.
So this just in, added to LA Sexy Liberal, Rob Reiner, in addition to Chairman Adam Schiff. We will all be attempting to save democracy.
It's gonna be lit.
October 22nd.
Yes.
At the Saban Theater, the big finale.
Totes lit.
Listen, we're good to go everywhere. Chicago, we've got Jill Wine-Banks, Representative Jan Schakowsky, D.C. Sexy Liberal coming up first, Glenn Kirshner, and we're working on some things that we would be traitors to the Stephanie Miller Show. Where are we to tell you now?
I've never met Jill Wine-Banks in person. I'm looking forward to that.
I know.
She is a delight. She is absolutely a delight.
She seems like it.
I would say
Yes.
a confection.
Yes.
Oh, here it is. Seth
A
Abramson.
badass confection.
Oh, that's it.
She's badass.
Yeah, she is. Seth Abramson says, just a quick reminder that in addition to stealing classified nuclear secrets last year, Donald Trump also orchestrated an armed insurrection intended to end American democracy. That was we need historians for hourly news cycles to go, hey, don't forget what happened
Those would be...
last hour and then yesterday. And also, that was still this year. The overthrow of the United States government.
That was 2
Yes,
years
sir.
ago.
Wouldn't the journalists be telling us what's going on now, and then historians kind of...
Right.
Like,
if journalists did their job.
Okay,
right. But
yeah,
it just seems like they've forgotten now about the...
historians...
And by the
have
way, the
context.
overthrow was ongoing, so it was not... You're talking about January 6th. I'm talking about the ongoing attempt to overthrow which is still ongoing. Didn't he just last month tell somebody to decertify their... Okay,
Yeah. That was Wisconsin, I think.
Yeah.
just checking. Okay. Dan Rather feeling spicy this morning. He tweeted, will Truth Social also be buried at Bedminster? That's funny.
That is funny. Oh, my God.
Dan Rather
can't
wakes up
assume it.
spicy. There is hope for America. Is there not? Right next to Ivana's feral cat
Yeah,
grave.
Ivanka's not dead
Oops.
yet.
Don't.
Depends on
Yeah.
depends on how chatty she's feeling about nuclear secrets. Okay. David Lazarus says, correct me if I'm wrong, but Trump is now under investigation. Again, for historical reference, is now under investigation for tax fraud, election fraud, insurrection, and violating the Espionage Act. And he's the Republican frontrunner for 2024. Are there any questions? Any questions? No?
It's your GOP today.
Yeah.
Sometimes Twitter's a good tool for me to, just a little roundup, just a little news roundup of where we are this morning. Okay.
So you're taking the temperature of the
Yes.
nation.
Yes.
Okay.
Twitter is as the nation's thermometer.
Rectal?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Here's the important thing. I check on legal stuff. Barb McQuaid, who's on the show today.
Yeah.
Barb McQuaid. She will talk about. So it's a Trumpy judge now that's saying she's going to allow the special master, which
She's
makes
considering.
it's considering it. Which doesn't mean she's going to, but it would be ridiculous if she did. This is such an obvious, desperate plea. It's so long after this already happened. They're clearly scrambling for some sort of strategy here. They've already had a taint team. I'm just going to use that as many times as I can.
I know.
Taint team's already hard at work. Pawing.
Checking the taint.
Yes.
And that's what taint teams do.
Exactly. So, Rude Pundit, who I think this is saying a lot, wrote the rudest piece with the most C words of any
yeah.
piece. Wow, I have ever read. But
I
he
blushed.
Yeah. Well, if Rick DeSantis isn't a C word, who is?
Ron.
Right. Why do I always get his name wrong?
Because
I don't know.
it rhymes with...
Right.
Nixon.
Yeah. Right. Yes. He is a little Dick Nixon-y.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Sweaty, ill-fitting suits. Okay. And also
Everybody's sweaty in Florida, though. I mean, that's
Especially
not
this
out
time
of the
of year.
ordinary.
Remember the time I had an appearance down there?
Yes,
Back
I
when we
do,
had a
in
station?
Miami.
Yeah, in August.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's when I
You approved that, by
yeah,
the way.
that's when I paid for blowouts before the Japanese straightening, and
Yeah.
I went from Susan Day on Partridge Family to Link from Mod Squad. Like the second I landed, just the second I paid for a
Went-
blowout. Yeah, it just was right. Yep.
Because you have naturally curly hair.
Yes, if you checked out the campaign photos, I look like a little.
Link from Mod Squad.
Well, yes, a little baby Link from
Baby
Mod
Link,
Squad. You'd
yeah.
think that Goldwater Miller would have gotten more of the minority vote based on whatever, my dad was holding in that one picture.
I think it was more their policies.
like
that
the
they didn't
Armenian
like.
vote, at least. I did look like an Armenian dude, didn't I? All right. Well, I mean, not that it's just a bad look for a Catholic child from Buffalo, but
Right.
it's not. I don't mean
Of
to be.
Polish ancestry.
Right. God knows what's in here. I don't.
Well, Ashkenazi Jew.
You took the
Oh, that's
23andMe.
right. I took the DNA thing. Yeah, I'll ask my mom when I see her next week what's going on with all this. I feel like when you're the baby, you're the last kid. Like I feel like it was whatever genetic refuse. Because the rest of my family's really
It was the leftover
good looking
eggs.
and like there's something right. It was
like-
a,
you're like
I
the-
hear that sploosh whenever I see pictures. I'm like, that was whatever was left on the genetic.
It's like the juice that's left in the bottom of the trash can if a hole is in the trash bag and you pull it out and there's like gross juice
whatever
down
that
there.
is.
Yeah.
And there's like coffee grinds and
Yeah.
something like melon juice.
Yeah.
And I don't know whatever else is in there. That's this. Yep.
What?
Okay. Well.
Quite sure I'm getting this analogy here, but
Okay. Well.
garbage
Okay.
DNA.
Andrea Juncker says Trump stole documents on confidential informants in January 2021, and 9 months later, CIA counterintelligence sent a top secret cable warning an unusually high number of confidential informants had been killed, captured, or compromised. I feel like more people should mention that. What is it, the thing that Malcolm Nance says about coincidence? I mean, sure, that could be a
Lots of planning.
Nance's Law.
coincidence, right? But why do you get the feeling this is just going to get worse and worse and worse? Like this is just we're still only at the beginning of this whole.
I think there's lots of we'll never know because of these documents.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
The nature of the document.
It's like what Eric Swalwell just said. It's okay. Also, just if you were feeling in a sunny mood, Rex Chapman reminds you a traitor to the United States of America appointed 3 Supreme Court justices. Just chew on that, marinate in that a little bit.
Known that for a while.
before we poke a hole in the garbage bag.
And let the juice fall out.
Yeah, let the juice. Okay. Noel Castler, our friend, always like to check in with him. GOP MAGA about to find out that Trump was selling the names of foreign intelligence assets to his despot buddies overseas, and they're still going to have to pretend he's a patriot and not the sort of treasonous slob that ends up before a tribunal. Yes, good luck to all of y'all with not sure. Oh, what's it? Say her name again, the lawyer.
Alina Habba.
Bless you. I cannot get enough of that show.
Abbottabad.
What?
She's from Abbottabad.
Is she?
Alina Habba.
I think you're making that up.
Abbottabad.
Have you fact checked that?
Abbottabad.
If you say it 5 times fast, she'll appear.
All right. Okay. Barbara McQuaid, when she comes on, I'm sure is going to shoot this down in record time. But they're trying to go with this is the newest thing, the Presidential Records Act. Is that? Yeah, 11. If you could give me 11. Thank you so much. This is about.
That this is again another political witch hunt. That they're ignoring the fact that the Presidential Records Act protects the president and allows him to have the ultimate authority to declassify things. And they blacked out anything that would be relevant. Frankly, there is nothing that's relevant. You know what I learned from this, Jesse? That this was about documents, the same documents that NARA and our attorneys on the ground that were handling this had been cooperating and working with the DOJ to get to NARA.
Okay, is that what this is? Just documents? That's all it is. It's just they happen to be documents about top secret classified information, nuclear secrets. But
Whatever.
Okay, so that's it. It's just documents, and they're just like
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, the National Archives have been hit with threats.
Of course they have.
Americans,
Death threats.
librarians are under death threats now because of
Yeah.
that traitor. Yeah. Okay. Is it time already for statements from the office of the?
Oh, yeah, he's truthing this morning.
I don't. Are these yesterday's or these today's? I don't know.
He's trothing this morning.
Oh, is he trothing again?
Yeah.
Yeah. These are wow. You would think Baby would have cried himself out last night because
Yeah.
these were a lot in a row. What's he trothing this morning? Did I miss
he's
something?
he's urging rank and file FBI members to.
Yes.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. Yeah, to revolt against.
Okay.
Old news.
To revolt against themselves and Chris Wray. Yeah, it feels like maybe now would be a good time to what's the word I'm looking for? Arrest him because he is actively fomenting rebellion within the FBI. In addition to, okay, how many crimes have we lately covered just in this first segment? Just sort of wondering if
11
anybody's
billion?
keeping track. Yes, that is always the correct number. Okay, sorry, I have to back up again. Here are the statements from the office of the one. Here we go. Oh, sorry.
You stepped on Eric.
Sorry. Here we go again. Okay, I like that, but it's not. I still don't love it as much as. Oh, great.
That was the best.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah, he had the nuclear codes. Well, not just him. Clearly shared them like Skittles, but okay. Here we go again.
God.
The radical left gems fraudulently created the now fully debunked Russia hoax. No, not debunked. They got caught and failed, tried to get me with obstructing their fake investigation of their fraudulent made-up story, so they make a vicious and fake story, and I fight it, and then they claim I obstructed the investigation. It didn't work, but now they're doing the same thing with the raid. That's all caps, like the commercial,
Raid!
like the bug commercial.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Mar-a-Lago assault. Oh, now it's a raid and an assault. It's a raid wrapped in an assault.
Wrapped in
an enigma. In a riddle. I did nothing wrong. They did. It's prosecutorial misconduct. Was that? That's another. I know you are, but what am I?
Yep.
Pretty much. Okay. Hang on. There's a second one. The DOJ and the FBI are practicing election interference at the highest and most dishonest level a country has ever seen. Oh, really? Because I feel like there was a thing 11 days before the 2016 election that might have been. I don't know. Before both in the midterms and the 2024 presidential election, they allowed spying on our campaign and did nothing and told Facebook and the media that the laptop from hell was Russian disinformation. It wasn't, and now they don't want anyone to read the words of the meaning of the very important presidential records act, under which I did nothing wrong, but they did. Raid! Okay, so is he going to end
Raid?
He's going to end every trough now with a
raid
commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the bugs all scatter?
This tweet sponsored by
Raid!
This Trump Central sponsored by Raid.
They need to make money somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is a legit way. I bet you there's like a little co-sponsored thing below that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they're in deep trouble financially. They need to make some money. They got a sponsor.
Raid!
Raid!
Sorry, now I just feel the need to yell that out all morning. Okay, did they...
No, yell out our
did they just-
sponsors. You need to yell out our
That's right.
sponsors.
Oh, that's
Can you
true.
sell?
Raycon!
Did they just cancel the moon, the space thing,
They
something?
did.
Yeah,
They
I'm
did.
going to guess
There was a fuel
it's-
leak.
Okay, I'm going to guess that was something to do with Donald Trump and probably something he screwed up or maybe diverted all the money to Space Force. I don't know.
He poked a hole in the fuel tank,
Probably.
and the fuel juice
So he can
leaked
blame
out.
it on Biden.
Yes.
I don't know. Okay. But that was his last one. The first step in the return of the moon. Didn't return to the moon. What? Tomorrow's Artemis launch, this was last night, it was proudly a signature policy of the Trump administration, and we totally revamped NASA and our virtually dead space program. The space program was not dead before. God. I'm sure the fake news will explain to all the great job we did. Yeah, great job with the fuel tank and moron. Okay, well, that's only the trothing up until last night. I did not get the trothing from this morning. God, I'm exhausted. Do I have to keep going? Is this only one segment in the first
This is just the first
segment of the first show in
We
the
have some
week?
great guests
I'm going to
coming
go
up.
on
Help is
vacation
coming.
next
Help
week.
is
That's
on
what
its
I'm
way.
doing.
We're going to have some great guests.
I think if history's going to guide, next week is when he's going to get indicted. When I'm on vacation, when you all are holding down the fort with Jody, and then DC Sexy Liberal, September 10th, just in time.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. I think he's still going to be like an alligator spinning in that little, loop. Yeah.
Really?
Just going to be spinning. That's all he does.
Listen, I'm doing my part as an American. I'm going on vacation when, shizzle always gets real. So I'm doing my part.
Maybe you'll get real in time for DC Sexy Liberal.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.